Hey everybody, it's Loomer. First things first, in case you didn't see it, last month I actually did a commentative wanna match for the Gamer's Beverage channel. So I'll put a link for it in the video description for this video. I'll throw up an annotation too probably, but if you haven't seen the Gamer's Beverage channel, you should really check it out because Magnitude, who runs it, has a lot of really great Assassin's Creed videos that he does himself, and he also has a nice collection of community videos from people like me, and so it's a really great way to get like a very quick, glance at a bunch of different playstyles on one place. So definitely go check that out. Also, I just wanted to mention I have a bonus clip at the end of this video, so make sure you stay till the end of the video. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about extreme variety, and as of right now I have 5 extreme varieties from playing Wanted, which is not a crazy amount, but it's enough that I feel like I've picked up a few tips and tricks here and there that might help out someone who's trying to get it. So, if you're trying to get extreme variety for your trophy, I really recommend that you don't boost it. Just get it legitimately, and it's way more satisfying. And you can do it eventually. It just takes a little bit of patience and hard work. There's a few extreme variety videos out there already, and so I recommend just watching as many as you can and trying to pick up the different ways people pick up bonuses. For this match in particular, probably not going to spend too much time talking about what's actually going on in the game. I think most of it's going to be spent talking more about the various bonuses and different ways you can get them. So I might pop in here and there to make various comments though. But alright, so there's 20 bonuses in the game, and you need 15 to get extreme variety. You can kind of split them up into a few different groups. So there are the bonuses that you can kind of force yourself pretty easily that you can get more or less every game fairly reliably. So that includes things like, discreet, silent, incognito, hidden, focus, acrobatic, stun, stuff like that. There's another group of bonuses that you don't have as much control over and are kind of random, but they're still kind of easy to get. So that includes things like lures, poacher, savior, revenge, things like that. And then the last group that I classify these bonuses under are the kind of really rare bonuses that are fairly hard to force, and that includes bonuses like drop kills, close call, double and triple escapes. And so anyone who's played this game, I think, knows that you can do as much as you can to influence the game, but at the end of the day there's still a large element of luck involved, and that applies to extreme variety too. I mean, you can do as much as you can to get these different bonuses, but at the end of the day, you're still it's still gonna be a lot of luck involved, and you're kind of held to just what the game ends up doing for you that match. So it just takes a little patience to get extreme variety, and eventually, if you force enough things in your favor, you should be able to get it. So we can start off by talking about, I guess, First Blood. First Blood, I actually give up First Blood a lot because I go for poison kill my first kill usually, and maybe that's not quite the right thing to do a lot of times, but I just like getting it out of the way. I've talked in other videos about why I like to get a poison for my first kill, but if you're going for extreme variety, definitely go for First Blood instead. And First Blood is one of those bonuses you can actually get in a chase or a gun kill, and so there's a few bonuses that you can get in chase kills or gun kills, and as far as I know, that includes First Blood, Poacher, Savior, Revenge, and Chain. And so if you need any of these bonuses, like if you're at 14 and you need one of those for your extreme variety, don't be afraid to chase them down if it's going to help you get it. So First Blood, I know some people actually, if they really want First Blood, they'll actually pull out something like a sprint boost gun combo to get First Blood. So that's a way to get that. Let's see, discreet, silent, incognito, and poison are all kind of self-explanatory. Although I will say with poison, there's a rumor I see crop up every once in a while that you can get different, that the different poisons will give you additional bonuses, like strong-acting and fast-acting poison count separately, and that's not true. The game, that's just a rumor, I don't know where it started, but as far as the game is concerned, there's only one poison bonus that counts towards variety. Oh, actually, real quick, I want to talk about the stun right here. So whispers start around 20 yards out, and they get a little bit louder when you enter line of sight. So I knew by that, in this case right here, that my pursuer was probably in that blend group, and I had to try to figure out which one he was. And if you're wondering how I well, basically made an educated guess on who it was. That priest was, well, I could discount some of the personas like the engineer and the footpad because they weren't, because they aren't being played in the game. And that priest that I went up and stunned actually was kind of stepping kind of outside the group, walking a straight line. It was just a little bit off from the rest of the group. And at this point in the match, I've actually gotten greater variety less than 5 minutes in. And so usually this is a point where if that happens, I'll say, okay, you know, I think I'll go for extreme variety. This is kind of my thought process. You know, I've got a couple hard to get bonuses like close call and chain. And so I know I haven't gotten a focus or an acrobatic, so I can force those, and you know, I can probably get an extreme variety out of this if I'm really careful. And so the thief just killed me, so I'm gonna go after her and try to get my revenge bonus too to help for that. Anyway, so some of the other bonuses: focus. Easiest way to get this is to use a smoke bomb, which I usually don't do unless I'm going for extreme variety. It's not really my style, but you can also roof someone. You know, you can wait for the focus there if they're just walking, or you can use throwing knives to hold them in place. Or if they're really oblivious, you can follow them on the ground, or if there's a big crowd around them, maybe you can get a focus that way. Just make sure you have a lock on them. Acrobatic, you know, you can run up a wall. You can just make sure you know where all the beams and stuff are on the map, so you can get acrobatic kills. You know, there's like panels in maps like Siena and Venice that you can climb up on. So just knowing where you can get all the acrobatic kills can really help you out with those. Hidden, I'm not really going to spend a lot of time because I've covered it in other videos. But if you really need to really guarantee it, if you can't get it by using blend groups, use a strong disguise or a rapid reload disguise. Stun, I'm not going to talk about. Lure kind of depends on how your opponents behave, so it's kind of a little bit up to them, but if you use more for decoy, you're almost going to be guaranteed a lure if you want to use an ability for that. Escape is also kind of up to your pursuer, although sometimes you can kind of get in the sweet spot where you run away from them and you're close enough that they say, oh screw it, I'm just going to chase them and kill them, but you want to be far enough that you can actually win the chase and escape, so you can kind of try to do something like that. Poacher can be a little tough. You got to be able to read the other players around you and be able to tell if they're after the same target as you, so I don't know if there's a whole lot you can do to force Poacher. Savior is also kind of tough, but a lot of times what happens with Savior is when you're playing defensively, you'll stun someone, and then your target will come up to kill them on the ground, and so if you see that happening, you can run up and make sure you kill them before they kick the guy on the ground, and you'll get an easy Savior out of that. Revenge, you know, just make sure, keep track of who killed you last, and you can go after them if you get them as a target right away. Mid-air, self-explanatory, you need to use the gun. Let's see, what else is there? Grounded, oh sorry, at this point in the match I'm trying to get my focus, and I thought my smoke was up, so it kind of explains the derpy behavior that I did towards that prowler right there. And I just ran right into the priest. So grounded, you kind of have to rely on people stunning people in the game, so that's not really up to you. Earlier in this match someone had stunned the courtesan, and I should have run up and got the grounded, but I didn't know she had resistance on it, so I missed it there. Close call. Close call is tough, but there is one way you can kind of do to force it. What I like to do is, if someone starts to chase with me, if I'm able to get through a chase breaker, I will go through the chase breaker and immediately go into this nearest blend group, and then usually by that time it's close enough that they'll work their way through the chase breaker or around it, and I can get a close call out of it. Now if they come too close, like if they're about to kill me in the blend group, what you can do is you can drop your smoke bomb if you have it, but instead of running up and stunning them, you stay blended in the group, and then while you're sitting in the group, the meter still runs down while they're coughing in the smoke, and so you're able to get a close call that way. So you can kind of do that to get a close call. Let's see, double and triple escapes are tough. I don't know if I have really much to suggest for that. In this case, I just totally I was paying too much attention to the guy who dropped from the roof and the priest killed me. You know, in this particular match, it's not like a super competitive match. You can tell there are a couple of people that are kind of new to it, and so I get a couple naked stuns I probably normally wouldn't get away with in this match. But I think the last one I haven't talked about is the drop kill, and drop kills can be kind of tough, but you saw me there was that prowler standing on this awning right here, you can see. And I ran up and I got an acrobatic kill on him, unfortunately. I was hoping that I would run up and hang and I could get a drop kill instead. But what I could have done, but you have to be careful that they don't stun you, is see, I'm dying to get a drop kill right here. I'm mashing the X and it's just not going, so I'm gonna get my focus kill instead on this guy. You can run up there, you can quickly drop a smoke bomb and hope they don't stun you while you're doing that, and then drop down while they're coughing if they're close enough to the edge, and maybe you can get a drop kill that way. So at this point, I have 14 bonuses, and I'm hoping maybe I can get a target that gets stunned, but then this guy starts to chase. I'm going to use my mute to get out of the chase, which can be kind of tricky, but I managed to pull it off. And then this other guy, I'm amazed both of these guys are using sprint boost, but the second guy starts to chase, and I was like, oh, awesome, like I can possibly get a double escape and that'll give me my 15 bonuses. And I was able to jump across. By jumping across the ledge there, it kind of negates the advantage he gives for his sprint boost, because they don't jump any quicker than they normally do. I can get a last minute stun here too. And I was able to get the double escape with the extreme variety last 10 seconds, like down to the wire in this match. So yeah, that was kind of a I thought I wasn't going to get it, but things worked out at the very last second in this match. You know, it varies from game to game, you know, based on how lucky you get. So yeah, anyway, I think I covered all the bonuses, kind of all the different things that I can try to use for it. So yeah, I mean, if you're going for extreme variety, you know, good luck. I hope this helps you out. Don't forget there's a bonus clip, so actually we should just get that started right now. So, you know, before I was talking about how much luck plays a factor in getting extreme variety and everything else in the game, so I thought this clip was a nice, fun little example of that compared to the match I just showed you. Okay, so first things first, I rushed this thief here because I was worried she was going to take the lift, and you can tell by the sprint boost she used that she probably was. So I have 2,300 points. I'm going to go to the middle of the map to wait for my next target so that I have a quick route to wherever they spawn. So it's this pariah up here. This is a fun little sequence of events. By the way, the pariah has like an echo effect going on in his mic, so I apologize for any of the noise you're going to hear from him. So he gets stunned, and normally I would go for a focus acrobatic grounded here, but because I was in a chase, I just went for the acrobatic grounded. Alright, let's wait out this chase. I got a greater variety, which was very nice. And I'm actually completely oblivious to this marquee because I was looking at my target, but luckily for me, he was even more oblivious, and so I was able to somehow get a naked stun on that. And there you go. In the span of about 20 seconds, that was about 2,800 points plus the extreme variety. And so, you know, sometimes you work really hard for the extreme variety and you get it at the very last, 10 seconds of the match, and other times the game just dumps it in your lap, less than 5 minutes of the game when you're not even trying for it. Alright, see you next time.